Hi there and welcome to this video on the Dentistry Interview, focusing on the topic of extracurricular activities and organisation. I'm Connell from Dentist Mind, where we go through important topics of the Dentistry Interview. Whatever university you're applying to, multiple mini interview or panel, we've got you covered. If you're new here, make sure to click the subscribe button. Whilst you're watching, please leave any comments below if you're unsure about anything at all. We've got helpful timestamps below for each part of the video to help guide you. The following video is a free sample of our full interview course, which you can buy by clicking on the link down below in the description. So let's get started. Lesson 4. Organisation and team management. Here are some tips on organisation and time management type questions. Extracurricular activities are a great way to show that you manage your time well and show that you've got some level of organisation and dedication in your life. Part-time jobs are particularly great, I think. Being able to manage your studies and hold down a job every week is very admirable and shows a maturity too. Give solutions. It's not enough to say, I manage my time. How do you keep track of these extracurricular activities that you do? It's not cheating to say that you use a calendar or timetable. It's not expected that you simply manage time well. The examiner would like to know what procedures you have in place to keep on top of your work-life balance. Unlike the previous lesson, you can link your extracurricular activities from before. How do you manage your time? Read the following answer. Decide if you think it's good and why. Is there anything you would add or leave out that you think could improve it? Pause the video to allow some reading time, please. This is a good answer. The student builds on the use of lists to prioritize tasks by linking it to managing the medical society. They've addressed the necessity to manage their time and they've come up with a solution in the form of lists and have implemented their solution. They've also used this as an opportunity to tell the interviewer what a busy and eventful life they lead. One thing I would say is this candidate could have linked their answer back to dentistry. They put their lists in order of urgency, which may be similar to a dentist you've seen on work experience. See what I mean? See where this is going? As a dentist, you will have to come up with treatment plans. Often you have to triage or prioritize patients and the issues a patient has, So for example, if one tooth is causing agony, you obviously deal with that tooth first, don't you? Do the same with this answer as before. Please pause video to allow reading. These are all good and valid points, but they are presented as a list. The candidate fails to embellish or elaborate on their points. They should just pick one or two and expand on those. This answer also lacks real-life examples or proof of their claimed amazing time management skills. And again, what's good and what's bad about this answer? Pause video to allow reading time, please. Contingency planning is very important and very relevant to dentistry. Very often treatments fail. We do the least invasive treatments we can get away with first before escalating into more invasive treatments. This is better for the patient and saves the dentist time as well. The issue is that sometimes these treatments will fail despite our best efforts, so we always have a contingency plan and the patient will be aware of this contingency plan as well. I'm going off on a tangent a bit, but it comes back to the shared decision making between the dentist and the patient. The patient should be involved at every stage of their treatment. This answer is better than the previous one we just looked at. It doesn't just list without linkage. It just fails to draw on the candidate's own experience or extracurricular activities. Overall though, I would say it's not a bad answer. Organisation and time management. You have to plan ahead to stand a chance of being organised, and there's lots of different tools out there to help you do this, such as diaries or list making. Always prioritise your tasks and make sure you leave yourself enough time to relax. After all, nobody wants to be operated on by an overworked, stressed out dentist. How good are your organisation skills? Same routine. Give this here a read and think about whether it's good or bad, anything you'd add or take away. Pause video to allow reading time. Brilliant answer. They built their answer around their extracurricular activity. They show that they recognise the need to plan ahead if they're to manage their schoolwork and extracurricular activities, and they explain very clearly their method for implementing good time management. How do you cope with stress? I would say the best way to cope with stress is to avoid the factors that cause stress in the first place. If you know it takes you an hour to do a root canal procedure, you'd book yourself an hour and 10 minutes to give some wriggle room and help it to avoid becoming a stressful situation. Which of course this all relates back to forward planning and organisation. Read the following and do the same as before. Pause video to allow for reading time, please. This is a very good answer. It's very honest and frank. The candidate doesn't say that they never get stressed, which would be untrue because we all get stressed at times. They are able to recognize when they are feeling stressed, and then they take positive steps to cope with their stress, such as going out for a run. In this answer, the extracurricular activity is essentially exams. They make the link about needing to be organised and clearly explain their method for doing so. Dentistry requires a great deal of independent study and organisation. How will you manage it? This is another question quite obviously aimed at finding out about how you organise yourself, manage your time and your stress. You can apply what you've learned from this lesson to the question to come up with an answer. Use the same structure, build your answer around extracurricular activity and what is your method for time management. Lesson 4 completed. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe by clicking down below. And please leave a comment. Click here to continue watching our interview series. And to unlock the full access to 70 tutorials covering core interview topics, multiple mini interview mocks, top tips and more, click on the link in the description below now.